In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 bizarre species discovered recently. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. On average, modern humans have inhabited this planet for approximately 200,000 years. During that time, we have traveled practically everywhere, including on land, in the sea, on the water, and even below the surface. You'd think we'd seen just about everything at this point. Nevertheless, that is not the situation. The natural world is chock full of unexpected things, whether we're talking about dinosaurs, reptiles, sharks, fish, flies, arthropods, or worms. Our understanding of biodiversity, ecological interactions, and evolution itself can be expanded, altered, and even challenged as a result of discoveries like these 10 strange animal species that were just recently found. Here are the top 10 bizarre species discovered recently. Number 10, Triopticus primus. The body and skull forms of dinosaurs were derived from those of older species. Triopticus primus, which literally translates to first of three eyes, was a new species of reptile that existed 230 million years ago, long before dinosaurs came into being. In reality, the Triopticus only has two eyes, yet it appeared to have a third eye due to a depression that was located on the crown of its skull. Using a CT scan, researchers were able to determine that the cranium of a fossilized Triopticus was comparable to that of the dome-headed Pachycephalosaur dinosaurs, which lived much later. According to the skull of the Triopticus, the skulls of Pachycephalosaur dinosaurs were modeled after those of the Triopticus. According to Michelle Stockton, a research scientist at Virginia Tech, Triopticus is an example of convergence, which is the evolutionary mechanism that allows creatures that are very distantly related to one another to develop to appear like one another. After the Great Permian extinction, which occurred around 250 million years ago, there was a rapid increase in species diversity. Number 9, Morelodon beltrani. A new species of dinosaur called Morelodon beltrani was discovered in Spain. This dinosaur has a peculiar anatomical appendage, which looks like a sail growing out of its back along its spine. It is still uncertain what function this ridge-like structure served, however. It may have served to retain excess fat, then utilized for show, or assisted in the regulation of the body temperature. The length of the dinosaur was 6 meters, 20 feet. And its height was 24 meters, 8 feet. It lived approximately 125 million years ago. It most likely resembled the larger iguanodon, which did not have the distinctive sail that the Morelodon had. The presence of the sail-backed Morelodon demonstrates that there was diversity among dinosaurs. Number 8, Pegamastax. Pegamastax was a bizarre, fanged, dwarf herbivore that was recently discovered. It had a skull that was 8 centimeters long, 3 inches. Jaws that were 25 centimeters long, 1 inch, a beak that resembled a parrot, and sharp teeth. It was one of the smallest dinosaurs that are currently known. Its body, which was possibly covered in quills, was shorter than 0.6 meters. 2 feet in length and possibly weighed less than a small domestic cat. It is possible that its head was covered in quills. The dinosaur's teeth were able to shear plants like self-sharpening scissors, because they were equipped with 2 canines that protruded forward. However, it appeared that its skull had evolved to be able to pick fruit. Paleontologist Dr. Paul C. Sereno, who works at the University of Chicago, claims that dinosaurs with pointy teeth were almost never herbivorous. The chewing action of Pegamastax was another thing that took Sereno by surprise. Number 7, Hemicillium haumahara. Hemicillium haumahara is a new species of walking shark that was discovered in the waters of eastern Indonesia. It measures 71 centimeters, 28 inches in length and was named after the island of Haumahara. It moves across the ocean floor by using its fins as a propulsion mechanism. When sharks move their bodies in a wriggling motion, they generate forward movement for themselves by using their pectoral and pelvic fins. The coloration of the shark, which is similar to the sandy bottom of the water, and the rocks that are found in its environs is brown with dark spots. Number 6. Myla plus zorroi. Piranhas who feed on human flesh and are so numerous that the water they swim in becomes murky as a result of their frenetic feeding are a popular type of antagonist in horror films. In 2007, scientists working in a tributary of the Amazon River made a discovery that led to the naming of a new species of Myla plus fish after the mythical Latin swordsman Zorro. The discovery that it does not consume meat came as a shock to the scientific community. Instead, it consumes seeds, fruit, and vegetation using teeth that have specialized over evolutionary time to be able to ground seed. The new species, which has a brownish body with yellow fins and a yellow belly, may grow to be at least 46 centimeters, 18 inches, long and lives in moderate to fast-moving streams that flow over stony and sandy soil, according to the researchers who discovered it. Number 5. Blackfish. Because of its miniature size, shiny sheen, and complete lack of scales, the blackfish is often compared as a little oil slick. The fish was discovered off the coast of Australia, in the region of 4 volcanoes that have since become extinct. It possesses jaws and teeth that are excessively big in size, which is a little unnerving to look at. The fish, which is about the size of a fingertip and has fangs, also has a tail that is capable of inflicting a painful sting on its prey. Scientists from the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation, Australia's national science agency, made the discovery of a new species of blackfish while they were aboard Investigator, Australia's newest research vessel. This discovery was made while the scientists were conducting their research in Australian waters. They were on the lookout for several kinds of blackfish. Number 4. Kizingia gigas and Malobella. Kizingia gigas and Malobella are the names of the 2 new species of poisonous jellyfish that have been identified. There have been sightings of Kizingia gigas in coastal seas all around the world, but most frequently off the coast of northern Australia. In most cases, jellyfish will capture their food by using their tentacles, which is where the majority of their stinging cells are located. But the unusually big Kizingia gigas, which measures 50 centimeters, 20 inches, in length, does not appear to have any tentacles. If this is the case, then they are of such high quality that they have been neglected. The Malobella jellyfish gets its common name, bella, from its beautiful appearance as well as its bell, which measures 19 centimeters, 0.7 in diameter. The species was first discovered in the Montebello Islands, which are located in the Pilbara region of Western Australia. In the Malo genus, the jellyfish is the species with the smallest size, given how closely it is related to other members of its species. The Malobella appears to have a high potential for serious toxicity. Number 3. Snailfish. In trip to the Mariana Trench that was headed by researchers from the University of Hawaii named Jeff Drajan and Patty Fryer acquired footage of a new species of a ghostly fish that lives in that region. At a depth of 8,100 meters, the fish was captured on film, 27,000 feet. Although its delicate body is shaped differently than others of its kind, marine biologists have tentatively identified it as a new species of snailfish. This identification is based on the similarities between it and other snailfish. It is said to have wide, translucent fins, stringy appendages, and a tail. It appears as though the snailfish is using its fin-like appendages to row through the water rather than swimming. The fish is also incredible because of its ability to survive the tremendous pressure of the ocean depths. Under normal circumstances, this pressure impedes muscles and nerves and bends proteins out of shape, disrupting the working of enzymes required for life, but the fish is able to survive it. Number 2. Fly with giant eyes. The heads of 2 enormous, bulbous compound eyes covered practically the whole surface of a fossilized insect that was around 50 million years old. A student who was on a school excursion in Republic, Washington at the time of the fossil's discovery made the discovery. Pedunculidae is the family of big-headed flies that still exists today, and the giant-eyed fly is a member of that family. as a result of their propensity to kill leaf-eating bugs, which the flies utilize as hosts for their young. Farmers breed big-headed flies and release them into the wild. Big-head beetles are responsible for the transmission of their larvae to leafhoppers. The larvae will then eat their hosts alive from the inside until the baby flies hatch. As stated by Bruce Archibald, a biologist at the Simon Fraser University in British Columbia, their enormous eyes assist bigheads in hunting for planthoppers and leafhoppers. The fossilized flyhead was found in fossil beds that date to 12 to 15 million years after dinosaurs went extinct. These fossil beds date back to the time when the beds were formed. According to Archibald, these observations give insight on a wide ecological evolutionary revolution that expanded predator-prey relationships and increased biodiversity throughout the development of new ecosystems. Number 1. Illacne Tabini. In Sequoia National Park, in California, in certain caves made of marble that have not been thoroughly studied, a new species of millipede known as Illacne tabini was found. It has over 100 body segments, 414 legs, 200 poison glands, hairs that secrete silk, and 4 penises. It also has poison glands on its hairs. In addition to that, it possesses more than 100 different body segments. It is a very near evolutionary relative of the Illacne plenipes, which is a species that is famous for having an astounding 750 legs. The millipede was first uncovered by Jean Krejka, an employee of Zara Environmental, LLC. Krejka was the one who made the discovery. In addition to weird-looking mouthpieces of a mystery function, this arthropod features a pair of nozzles on each of its body segments. However, the precise makeup of the chemical agent that is expelled by the nozzles for defensive purposes is currently unknown. What do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.